Hey, did you turn this on? Yeah, it's on. You can go ahead and you can get started whenever you want. I know you really want to sing the intro music. Yeah, I'm gonna try a new one. You're gonna try a new intro song, like serious already? Like, I mean, you've been doing this one for a while, and I thought you liked it. Yeah, but I got a new one. Okay, go ahead, man. Hit the people with your new one. Don't get sidetracked. You don't want to get sidetracked. Don't get sidetracked. You know why? No, man, why? 'Cause it's whack. Where did I heard someone say not to get sidetracked. Oh, so you just decided you were gonna make the intro music be about that? Yeah, it was a pretty girl. That was my wife. Stop hitting on my. Oh, I didn't know you guys were serious. Sorry. Man, just tell people. Just do the thing. All right, what is up, everyone? And thank you for checking out Don't Say the F Word. We are a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast, and we do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. Illegal brother-in-law Joe's going to get in here. We're going to preview WWE's Monday whenever he gets here. You really don't have to sing it for Joe whenever he gets here. Let's see if Joe even gets on here. He seems to be having a little bit of trouble lately. I think he still has those Walmart disc or something. I don't know. Got something going on there. Yeah, but I mean, I can start singing it again anyway. There's no reason to do that. Can you just pay attention to just keep doing your intro? What? Am I not doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Not really, man. You just keep trying to circle back to doing intro music instead of just doing the actual intro. Oh. So would you say I'm getting sidetracked? You don't want to get sidetracked. Don't want to get sidetracked. Yeah. Joe, we desperately need you to get on here, man. This is he's losing it. There's something going on. It was just a really good tune, is what it was. Joe's not able to join. I think he may have something going on. What could Joe possibly have going on that could be more important than joining us right here for the Don't Say the F Word podcast, so we can talk about Monday Night Raw? I don't know, man. Maybe he just got sidetracked. I think Joe got sidetracked. He don't know what he's doing. Joe, did you get sidetracked? Yeah, see, I knew it would catch on. Yeah, it's a good song. Okay, I'll give you credit, man. That might actually be a little catchy. I don't know, man. I don't know where Joe went. I think he disappeared. He gone. Maybe if we invite him, maybe he'll get in here. I don't know what he's doing. There he is. Oh, Joe, you're back on track?
I guess singing must have caused interference. Somebody singing.
I was concerned. I thought perhaps you had gotten sidetracked. You don't want to get sidetracked. Yeah.
No, I ain't get sidetracked. Nah, we good. We got it. Okay.
Well, he stole that song. I didn't steal anything.
Then where
did you hear Don't Get Sidetracked from? Your wife?
Ooh. Time out. Sing a singer. You heard that. Sing a singer.
In my defense, I didn't know they were really all that serious, Joe.
Okay.
Also, what's going on with your hair? Whose? Joe's? Joe's hair looks fine. Not Joe's, yours. What's wrong with my hair? It's too long and short all at the same time.
What part? Which part of your hair you talking about? You talking about his actual hair or the beard? Which one?
The what's left of the hair on his head. Okay, why? Listen, I'm just saying, why you bald? Dude, why is he being mean to me?
He ain't had no caffeine today.
I haven't. I need a coffee.
There we go. He ain't had no caffeine.
That makes sense. You know what, Mark? We're going to put you over here. We're actually going to sit you on this nice, comfy seat of yours. Oh! Jeez. Oh.
Mm. I
Dude.
don't know. I don't know how you deal with that person.
He's got a lot of anger inside Joe.
I hear it.
Angry little guy sometimes. Well, it's Monday.
It's Monday.
Should be talking, just hopping right in, talking about Monday Night Raw. Should be the fallout from Survivor Series. But I got something I need to say.
Do you hear the news, though?
What news?
Oh, about the first 30 minutes of Raw is going to be commercial free.
Huh. Well, that makes sense for my prediction. The first 30 minutes of Raw is going to be CM Punk talking.
That is true. So 30 minutes free.
So I think that's going to be the first 30 minutes, and I don't think we're going to get a match until after 8:30. So for when the bell tolls, I'm going with 8:30.
8:30. I'm going to press my luck and just say 8:28.
All right. I'm going to throw that up here on Hey, Mindy, you want to play for when the bell tolls? She took 8:24.
Okay, cool. 24. All right.
All right. So, over the weekend, you might know this. I don't know how many of our listeners know this, but I don't really watch a lot of TV. I watch a lot of YouTube. It's mostly like the programming that I watch. Rampage Jackson, MMA legend, does a podcast. It's on YouTube. I can't remember what the name of the podcast is. But I seen he recently had Eric Bischoff on.
Yeah, okay, that did pop up in recommendation.
I haven't watched it. I did see it. I thought, that's crazy. Why is Bischoff doing the podcast rounds? And then today, Bischoff was on Ariel Helwani.
Oh.
And this isn't the direct quote, because I'm not going to bother looking up what the direct quote is. I just recently shared it. But he basically said there's no hope for AEW. He knows what it's like to get a good opportunity and to have it squandered away. Blah blah blah. A lot of Eric Bischoff trying to break his arm, jerking himself off, and taking any opportunity when our microphone's in front of him to shit on AEW.
That's normal. No. That's normal Bischoff.
I don't believe that I'm a biased wrestling fan. I think I pretty openly like. I don't dislike a company because of the letters. I will critique anything that I think isn't good. There's been moments where I've been guilty of really shitting on AEW quite a bit whenever they weren't doing good. Is that fair? We had a period of time where people were saying that I was a WWE shill and hated AEW, which couldn't be further from the truth.
That is true. That's true.
So I like to think I'm fairly honest with at least what my own opinion is. And I really, truly do feel that AEW has been better than WWE consistently the latter half of 2024.
I would say the past 6 months they've been better pay-per-view wise.
What do you think about the weekly shows?
Weekly shows? Every weekly show ain't that great, but there have been a couple times where they had their little moments where it grabbed your attention for the good 15 minutes, and then it went to a match that you really didn't want to watch. But it turned the match into something good. Sometimes they just have the oddest storyline that just tossed it together, and it really don't work out. Some do, but some don't.
Sometimes, I definitely agree with that. I definitely there's been things that have fallen off the rails. There's been things that have been a lot of start and stop, but that's part of pro wrestling, though. I mean, 2019 WWE was nothing but start and stop, and rematch after rematch, and pretending things didn't happen that happened a week prior. That was the entirety of an entire year of what is the longest running. Well, I guess the NWA does still, but the pro wrestling company is WWE. And in 2019, the entire calendar year was shit. Almost nothing was good. You had the Firefly Funhouse and the Fiend, but that we were still trying to figure out if that was good or not. We were a little iffy.
And they had the new set of Raw too. That was good. I mean, SmackDown. The new set of SmackDown. That was nice. Yeah.
So I think it's okay that sometimes something doesn't hit on a wrestling show. Right? Isn't it okay?
Okay, but I would say if it does it like it did in 2019, if it did it every show, then it wouldn't be that great.
Has AEW in its almost 6 years of existence, has it ever been as bad as 2019 WWE, in your opinion?
Twenty one wasn't a great year for AEW. 2021 wasn't a great year for AEW.
So my biggest AEW gripe was post Punk's injury when he broke his foot, because I felt like everything was resting on CM Punk as world champion, and once he wasn't there, they had no idea what to do.
Yeah. 21 and the 21 going to 22, it wasn't a great year for AEW. It was pretty bad. That was kind of bad.
Losing Cody hurt them for sure. That was a major blow to AEW. But to say that there's no hope for AEW, first, it does a couple of things. And first of all, for Bischoff to say that, everyone really has to understand that the most amazing thing Eric Bischoff has ever done in his life is spin a complete failure as if it's a success. Like, no one else has ever been able to do that the way that he's done it. He talks about him running WCW as if that was, in fact, a successful thing. However, it got run into the ground where it was completely unprofitable and was sold to the WWE for less money than Vince McMahon has paid out in sex scandals.
That is, I can say that. Cool. That is
Eric Bischoff pretends as if that's him being a successful businessman. He wasn't even running a promotion with his own money. He had a blank check from Ted Turner to run a successful wrestling promotion, and he was only able to do it for 83 weeks.
Hey, it was a good 83 weeks. I ain't gonna lie, that was a great 83 weeks.
I mean, yeah, but the company was around longer than 83 weeks. He was only successful for 83 weeks.
It's true. But at the end,
and he'll give you a million excuses as to why. Oh well, we didn't get the pay-per-view revenue. Well, why didn't you negotiate that better? Oh well, this didn't happen. Well, we also seen with the finger poke of doom.
Remember, he was fired at the time of the Poke of Doom. He wasn't around.
Sure, but he got brought back. Yeah. He was also fired from that job thrice, 3 times, I think.
I just know the one he talks about. I don't know how many times. I just know the one he refers to a lot.
It's not that often you get fired from a job that you're successful at. That's a rarity, right? That doesn't happen to a lot of people.
That is rare, yes.
I don't know anyone who's ever been brought into their boss's office to be told, you're doing a great job, so we have to let you go.
Happened to me.
They said, you're doing so good, we got to let you go? Now, I've been the best worker and been fired, but this might come as a shocker. I don't always play well with others. And I might have a problem with authority figures. Maybe. I don't know if that's shocking for anybody, but
I would say I got fired because of I was the best worker there, but then just one little E got me fired.
I mean, getting fired happens.
I know, and also because I didn't get along with another person, so yeah, that was kind of fun.
I mean, I don't know. I give Bischoff his credit when his credit is due. But with that said, it's not often that his credit is due. And whenever he comes out and he does these things where I don't understand why Ariel Helwani had Bischoff on. So I don't know how Bischoff worked out with his agents to be able to do the podcasting rounds. But so he's going to be on NXT
tomorrow. That's why he's probably on it, because NXT.
Yeah, tomorrow he's going to be on NXT. Bubba Ray Dudley's been on NXT. Him and Dave LaGreca did the whole NXT thing. Mark Henry's son is signed to WWE. A whole lot of people have WWE in their pocket and want to come on their platform and try and tell me about AEW. I don't go to McDonald's to have them tell me about the Whopper. I can't take any of these guys' opinions as even being their own. Because prior to Eric Bischoff discovering that he wasn't going to get a job from Tony Khan, he had nothing but positive things to say about AEW. Then he got signed to WWE, and the story came out that he wasn't paying attention in creative meetings, that he was nodding off. Then they fired him. And then all of a sudden he has nothing but negativity about AEW. Kind of sounds like he was never fired from WWE. They just didn't want him in the creative room because he doesn't have a creative idea in his body.
But wasn't he on there like for 2 episodes? Just 2? Or was it 1?
I don't know. It seemed, my memory is he was part of the creative team for longer than 2 episodes of SmackDown. But needless to say, it didn't last long. And Tony Khan didn't want to give him a job. No matter how many times Jericho wanted to bring Bischoff on TV, TK wasn't letting him run the promotion. Busted Open's going to be doing a master's class of if Bubba Ray Dudley was head booker of AEW, what he would do for the company.
Okay. I heard Bubba talk a lot about what he would do. And what he said he would do was one of them. I know he said something about turning, who was it? I just know it's Mankind concept he said was if Tony Khan would hire me, he would have to pay me this amount to get that show running, and I could book it and make it be better than it ever was. I know that quote he said.
So here's the thing, though, and I've also heard Bubba Ray Dudley say that he would take over creative and be the booker for AEW for free.
That's the one too, free.
He said he would do it for nothing. I'm not going to sit here and try and tell you that Bubba Ray Dudley has never had ideas that I agree with, because he's absolutely had ideas that I've agreed with. He's had some ideas for AEW and WWE that I thought were better than what we were getting on TV. Absolutely, that's for sure a thing that's happened. Again, I'm willing to give the devil his due. But here's the problem. No one has ever let Bubba Ray Dudley book a major wrestling promotion. Vince McMahon never gave Bubba the pencil. Tony Khan didn't offer Bubba a job.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did Dixie Carter ever let him book the entire show? I think the answer to that is no.
What about ECW? Does that count as he booked the show?
No, because he wasn't the booker. ECW had one booker, and it was Paul Heyman.
I could before you say he booked it. On one episode, he said he helped book some of the shows for ECW.
He may have helped book segments. He may have had a hand in his own creative. He may have written his own. He didn't book the show.
Okay.
Now, he may tell the story differently, but at the end of the day, who ran ECW? Paul ran ECW. And he had his protege, whoever the guy was, who went and started Ring of Honor. I can't remember that guy's name.
I won't say. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. Now, I'm sure that Bubba probably had some gigs as lending a hand in producing stuff for Ring of Honor back in the day. I'm sure he definitely helped in some segments in TNA. But at the end of the day, no billionaire is going to give Bubba Ray Dudley control of their company.
I can see it. Yeah. Maybe not now. Maybe
could he be an effective member of a creative team? I absolutely think Bubba Ray Dudley could be an effective member of a creative team. For sure.
I would say this. If one of them, either WWE or AEW, just said, we'll let you book one show one day, and whichever one gave him the opportunity to do it, and he made that show hot that day, I'm pretty sure he'll be hired if he did it the right way.
I think he could. I think there's definitely something he could lend to the AEW product, but be in charge of the entire thing?
Yeah,
that seems like a bad idea.
Panthers back. Yeah.
Panther, what's up? Hope you had a great holiday. I don't know, man. The idea of Bubba Ray Dudley running an entire wrestling promotion just doesn't really sit right with me. He might put together a show that might be very good for wrestling, for a segment of wrestling fans. But I don't think he's going to put together a show that's going to get a good TV deal.
You know what? I would say this.
Yesterday was Panther's birthday.
Oh,
happy birthday.
When he's gone. I don't blame you. I would say this. If Bubba and Abyss got together to create an extreme hardcore match, that'd be great.
I don't know.
Them two would work out great.
Maybe. And, there is the idea that Vince is going to be starting up a media company, and who knows, wrestling may fall underneath that. Might be an opportunity for Bubba.
Nah. I don't think Vince can do it. I don't think Vince Vince is just too old. He can't do it no more. He ain't in his blood no more to keep running. He needs to just retire and just relax and just ride the sunset with all what he got left in his life.
Do you think Vince McMahon stays out of the wrestling business till the day he dies?
I say he does. Whatever in that little contract deal he had to sign.
I think that only runs till sometime next year. Then he can get back involved in wrestling.
Oh, never mind that.
And I think he will. And I think he's gonna let Shane start a promotion. That's why I think we didn't get Shane in AEW. I think a conversation happened. I think Shane considered it. I think Vince caught wind that Shane was considering, and Vince said, "Nope, I'll just let you start your own."
Father and son running the tag team duel.
I think that's why, like the Mox World Order doesn't really click now, because I think it started with the idea that they were going to get Shane, and I think then it was like, oh, we can't get Shane. Shit, where do we go?
Damn, that makes sense now.
That's the only so much of those early Mox World Order promos felt very much like there was someone behind it, right? Mm-hmm. You work for me now. Told Tony Schiavone, this isn't your company anymore. Those were all like promos that you think, well, someone's pulling the strings. But now we're well past that. It's not been revealed that anyone is pulling the strings. There seems to be no one behind this madness and nowhere for it to go.
I wish it was his dad. I still have hate to his daddy.
You know, there's other options. You could still kind of pull something. You could bring in Scott D'Amore.
Yeah.
You could put Scott D'Amore being the guy behind the Mox thing and circle back to the whole "you work for me now" thing. I wish they would sign Scott D'Amore to AEW and have him part of the creative, and even just give Scott D'Amore Ring of Honor. And here you go. Run Ring of Honor as our developmental. And then just let Scott D'Amore just here you go. This is for you, Scott. Have fun. When we don't have something for some of our talent, we'll send them down to Ring of Honor to help put some guys over and bring them back.
I heard Scott D'Amore was in talk with WWE at one time.
What I had heard was that he was at some shows just talking to folks. No conversations of anything business related was going on. But the suspicion was that he was there putting feelers out for the WWE ID thing for the independent guys for his Maple Leaf show. What didn't have something worked out there.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, let's move on. My strong annoyance with Eric Bischoff. Joe, CM Punk told Paul Heyman after Survivor Series, when I need the favor, I'll let you know.
And I know what it is now.
Okay. You think you know. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first. I told you. I know what it is now.
All right. What do you got, Joe?
So, this is what's going to happen now. They're going to speed up the process now since Paul Bronson Reed got injured. So, as of right now, the Seth and Punk feud starts now. Boom. And this is where the favor comes in. I'm going to say, at the Royal Rumble, it'll be Cody versus Roman. And at the Royal Rumble, Roman wins. There we go. Then next, Cody wants to get his little rematch at the Elimination Chamber. Boom. He loses. Boom. Then Roman be cocky, saying he's back on top. Nobody can stop him. But then this is where the favor comes in. Paul Heyman made a deal with CM Punk to help him out. And if Roman ever got the title belt, he could challenge him at WrestleMania to headline it.
So I definitely think you're on the right path for the end. I think the favor is main eventing WrestleMania. And I know yesterday I said CM Punk will never main event night 2 of WrestleMania. And I still believe that. Because The Rock's going to take that away from him.
But yet, there's more. I forgot missing that part. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Now, CM Punk got this little favor from Paul. And then, since they're going to recreate that path about 10 years ago, and he's going to tell Roman that Dwayne can't interfere this time. Dwayne can't be in his business.
Okay, so yesterday, WWE Vault YouTube channel put the CM Punk Best in the World DVD documentary thing on their YouTube channel. There's no part of me that believes that was simply coincidence to do that the day after Survivor Series. The story of that documentary is CM Punk being disgruntled about The Rock. Right? Like that's the catalyst for the pipe bomb. Is that John Cena, you've always been a great ass kisser, but you're not as good as Dwayne. He always was and still is. Well, Joe, Dwayne's in charge.
I know. And this is how it's going to be a triple threat. Rock, Punk.
Do you think that The Rock being The Rock would have CM Punk main event WrestleMania?
Hey, think of it like this. You think about what the fans want. The Rock is thinking about the fans. The Rock knows this could draw money. This could stir up the pot for everything.
So what do you think the match is? Night 2, Sunday night, in Vegas. Last match.
It will be Rock, Punk, Roman for the WWE.
If it's Rock, Punk, Roman, CM Punk isn't main eventing WrestleMania. He's there, but that match is Rock, Roman. Sure, he may be in the match, but if you have The Rock and Roman Reigns with a versus in between their names, I don't give a shit what else you put around it. Those people don't exist because there's nobody tuning in to see what CM Punk's going to do.
But
everybody's going to do a shitty hip toss into a shitty chin lock, followed by a shitty go to sleep. He might do a very, very, very weak elbow drop that he thinks looks like Randy Savage is doing it.
Nobody can do it like Randy Savage, but still. That's what I think is going to happen.
Man, looking back at everything that happened in WarGames, it wouldn't surprise me. I still don't think CM Punk main events night 2 of WrestleMania in a one-on-one matchup with anybody. If he's in a triple threat with Rock and Roman, I don't consider Punk to even be part of the match. But that's just me. I would technically be incorrect. He would be main eventing night 2, so I will happily eat crow in the event that happens. But I don't think that's going to be it. I think he's going to want that title match sooner than Mania, and it's going to be Gunther. And Punk beats Gunther at Saturday night's main event. Then we get Punk and Rollins at Rumble. Then we somehow get Punk and Rollins again at Mania. Night 1 main event.
Okay.
If we even get Punk and Rollins at Rumble, it may just get put off for Rollins to win Elimination Chamber to face Punk at WrestleMania. But here's my question for you. Either scenario, either way we go with this, if this favor pits CM Punk against Roman Reigns, or if it pits CM Punk against Seth Rollins, how do you make Punk the heel? Because he certainly isn't going to be the babyface against Roman Reigns. And if somehow they book CM Punk as if he's the babyface against Seth Rollins, that will be a catastrophic fail. Because there's no reason that CM Punk should ever be booked as the babyface opposite of Seth Rollins. Because everything Seth said in Cleveland about CM Punk was absolutely true. And it was the exact same things that Hangman Adam Page said about him in AEW, and it was 100% fact. Seth Rollins needs to save WWE from CM Punk because he spent 10 years trying to tear it down.
Mm-hmm. Now, I couldn't tell you how it's going to work out. I couldn't tell you how it goes, but I'm just saying. I'm going to say Paul Heyman is giving him a title shot, and I think it's definitely going to be with Roman. I think that's where the trail comes in at. Well, it's not the trail, but in Roman's mind, it's the trail, but in Paul's mind, you need a fifth person. I told him once you got the title
with
shot.
Roman, it's easy to make Punk the heel, though.
Yeah.
Because you just have Paul turn him. Then Punk becomes the heel.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns doesn't need Paul Heyman anymore. He doesn't need the Wise. He just doesn't. Having Paul Heyman with Roman was very important to get Roman over in the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns era. Because prior to putting him with Paul, everybody wanted Roman to go away. Now, you have a lot of things that Punk could say. Which you look at the post-WarGames press conference. I don't know who it was. Someone asked Punk about 10 years ago whenever you left, a lot of your frustration you were very vocal about was that you were told that Roman Reigns was the focal point of the company. What do you think of his meteoric rise? Punk said no comment. I think there's a story for him to tell there.
I think that's what's going to happen. It's going to be a Roman versus Punk for the title.
I mean,
and right now, I can't tell you how Roman can just walk in the SummerSlam and just, ooh, baby face, just like that.
Easy. Everybody wanted Roman. He hasn't even changed. Still narcissistic, still manipulative, still only cares about himself, and he's a babyface. Now, if they do go Punk versus Roman, hear me out. Well, what if Punk brings Chris Hero in the corner? Think about it. if the Shield had been done the way Punk wanted it, it would have been Seth Rollins, it would have been Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley, and it was going to be Chris Hero.
Chris Hero.
Not Roman Reigns. Imagine if they had gone with Chris Hero. Pro wrestling landscape today would be entirely different.
I would say this. The only way that could work out good if they played the Shield.
It wouldn't have worked out good, man.
The only way it'd be funny if they played the Shield music and he came out to it.
Yeah, it hadn't come out in full Shield gear.
Yeah.
You think Chris Hero could get back in shape by, I don't know, anytime 2025?
He got like 3 months. He could. Nah, I don't think he can do it now.
I don't think so.
I couldn't even do it in 3
But
months.
man, the entire wrestling world would be so different had they gone with Chris Hero, not Roman, because the Shield never would have taken off.
You know, I think about it. I would say this. I don't think nobody else could do that Shield gimmick. Even if you tried switching them up, they wasn't even talking Big E was supposed to join it at one time.
Really? I never heard that.
Oh, okay. So at the time they had what was it? Big E, Chris Hero, and Dean Ambrose. It was going to be like a 4, but then they dropped it to 3, and they kept trying to figure out who to put in it. And Big E was one of the members they had one to put in it.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because they were going to take Big E before he got to the New Day, that gimmick. They was going to do that, but then, it was one of them toss-up.
Well, you bring up Big E, and Big E is probably the only other thing worth talking about that's going to happen on Raw tonight. There's R-Truth has got face Pete Dunne. I believe the main event is Seth Rollins versus Sami Zayn. But we're celebrating 10 years of the New Day.
Yeah.
And we just had an interview come out with Big E where he said, if his career's done, he's happy, he's content, he's good.
That's sad.
I'm gonna ask you, Joe. We're celebrating 10 years of the New Day. What's your favorite New Day moment?
Oh, my favorite New Day moment. Okay. I would say the whole Booty-O's. When Jericho called them the Booty-O's, and then they started rolling with it. Had the box of cereal. Did
you ever get a box of Booty-O's?
I got the shirt.
You didn't get the box of cereal, though?
Nah, I need the box of cereal.
It was like $13. I wouldn't pay no $13 for a box of cereal.
What was it? FYE and Great Northern. They had it like for $20 with the shirt and whatever. Nah, I didn't get it.
That's not bad with a shirt. I've always liked the New Day. I think the gimmick was great. I thought the whole positivity thing, throwing pancakes was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I always wanted to catch a pancake. Never got one. I like pancakes, Joe.
Oh, and the best one, the rap battle between them and the Usos.
That was good.
You can't beat that one.
Joe, let me ask you.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we're signing off today.
Okay.
Are you breaking up tonight? Is this the end? Is the New Day over with?
I'm going to say this.
Your sister?
What?
She's yelling, no!
Come in the room, sis. I gotta be the person. Oh, she can't hear me. Never mind. I'm gonna say this. Since Big E put out that little press conference today, saying he's happy if his in-ring career is over with, he's fine. Without all three being the New Day, it's really not worth watching, because you go back and look, Big E may have been just like every other group, the third member. But Big E was like Roman. Everybody wanted to see Big E the most out of the Shield. Big E was like, any
Big
other
E was
third
fun,
member.
man.
Yeah. He was a fun guy. He could make you laugh. Did the little drop off the ropes. The midnight, what they call it? The midnight, I forget what they called it. But
I liked whenever he made him do the 5 count,
yeah,
like King Kong Bundy.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to say this. Big E is like the negotiator of the group. He's going to tell the fans that we all talked. We're happy with the 10-year celebration. He don't want to see Woods and Kofi keep fighting each other. So tonight is the night. It's the farewell ride tour. Without Big E, there's no New Day. They tried it when they put him on Raw. It worked out. Then Big E had his incident that we all know about today. He could have went back, but without Big E, there's no New Day. And so with that being said, tonight,
You think it's over?
Xavier turns on Kofi, knocks him out.
You think they're gonna actually do a turn?
And Woods know he can't hit Big E. So that's it, y'all. It's farewell to the New Day.
If it's done, if it's over with, I would like for them to not do a turn. Come out, they can all celebrate, talk about it, and just like you said, hey, without Big E, there's no point in trying to do this anymore. Let's end on good terms before this keeps getting worse and something bad happens, and just go their separate ways. Because then you can always bring them back. If you don't do the typical split, you can always bring them back. If you do the typical split, you have to work to get them back. Just agree to go their separate ways and work on themselves, and that's it. Now, I would like to pitch another idea.
But I will say this. If they did do the split, if they did it on good terms, I would say it's best Kofi stays on Raw, Woods go to SmackDown.
I would agree with that. Now, what if Big E is good? What if Big E can come back?
Mm.
And what if he welcomes them to his Hall of Pain? What if Big E takes out Kofi and Woods tonight?
Mm. That'd be great. He would have to do it where it wouldn't be near his neck. That what I would say. So,
what if he's good? What if he's good? What if he's healthy? What if his neck's actually fine? And again, I'm not saying I think this. I'm just saying, man, what if? What if E turns heel and turns on Kofi and Woods because they can't get their shit together, and he smashes both of them?
I would say that's a great idea. It's not bad. Not bad at all.
And I still don't want them to break up, but what if that's the work? What if that's the swerve? They've been teasing this breakup for months, ever since Odyssey Jones.
I still think he was there.
What if the intent isn't to actually have Woods and Kofi break up? But what if it's to have Big E leave them behind? because they kept trying to work without him. And like you said, there's no New Day without Big E. What better motivation does he have?
Just being a negotiator. That's about it.
Right? I think it would be interesting if they have Big E be the one to turn. Again, I don't want anyone to turn on anyone. I want the whole group to go heel. Let Big E be the MVP. And if his neck ain't right, cool, man. Nobody ever touches Big E. He's on the outside. Let him be the heater. Let him bring the New Day back to dominance.
What? How about this? Let's just say Big E talks him in, hypothetically speaking. Big E found the suitable replacement for him to keep the New Day going.
Who would that be?
I would say what if it's Mark Henry's son?
That was the only thought I had, too. I just don't know how ready Jacob Henry is.
The NXT, the North American champion. Oh, God. I can't pronounce his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
He could do it.
I don't think they're going to bring Jacob Henry into the mix. The only reason why I don't think they're going to is I don't think he's ready enough for that. And Mark Henry was trying to sell some Jacob Henry merchandise on Busted Open today. So I'm thinking Jacob Henry's dealings ain't solidified for them having full rights over all his shit. So I'm thinking he's probably not going to be on main roster anytime in the near future.
Okay. All right.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, everyone, thank you for checking us out. Last opportunity, anyone wants to throw in, what time do you think the bell will ring for the first match on Monday Night Raw? I have said 8:30. Joe picked 8:28. My wife picked 8:24. And everyone new who's checked us out. If you don't know the rules, if my wife has the right time, everyone who plays the game is going to win swag from us. If Joe is right, I will finally give him all of the merchandise I have for him from our sponsors over the last year. It's a lot of stuff, and I just haven't gotten it to him yet. So go ahead, drop your times in the live chat here on Instagram.
Hold on. Before y'all drop the time, remember, the first 30 minutes is commercial free, so think wisely. Commercial free.
Panthers going to 8:15.
Okay, 7:15 where you at? Okay, I get that.
All right. So we'll see what happens. I think that first half hour is going to be just CM Punk talking. Probably some Seth Rollins in the mix. Could see that happening. I really hope we don't see the breakup of the New Day. Sounds to me like my wife would be very upset if the New Day breaks up. So that would mean no pancakes. So that would be sad for me. Maybe we have pancakes for dinner for good New Day motivation to stay together.
Hey, Denny's still open. You can get it right now.
Denny's? Yeah. No, I'm having Mindy's. What do you think? I'm leaving the house at 6 o'clock at night. I ain't no teenager.
It's really right up the street.
Yeah, out the house, Joe. I ain't going nowhere at no 6 o'clock at night. Get out your damn mind. All right, everyone. Thank you for checking us out this Monday. Hope you guys enjoy Raw. We'll be back Wednesday. We'll preview Dynamite. We'll talk about what happened on Raw. Hopefully Mark doesn't bully me anymore. I don't know what's going on with him lately. Uh-oh.
Okay. Now the pre-Raw, fingers crossed. This Wednesday is supposed to be the day, y'all. This Wednesday. Just saying.
Oh, for wrestling?
Yes, for wrestling. So, hopefully
they don't reschedule her wrestling again.
Yeah.
Joe's trying to raise the female Kurt Angle, everybody. All right. Until Wednesday, everybody. Enjoy Raw. We're out.